Welcome back to the Magic Hours. I am Zoe Flowers, and this pick a card is all about what's entering your life and what's leaving. So we are in the middle of eclipse season. We are in a Mercury retrograde, which, oh my goodness, wow, it's really impacting so many just parts of my life. It's just like pinging my birth chart. And it usually never does, but it is. So this is a perfect time because we know that retrogrades, and we already have an R here that came out for the overall reading for all of us. We know that retrogrades are a time of reflection, reimagining things, particularly when it comes to commerce, how we get from A to B, our computers, the way we communicate, things like that. Even it's a good time for reviewing relationships. Again, since we are smack in the middle of eclipse season, even though this is a timeless video, whenever you see this video, it's going to be right on time. But the energies are really potent right now for closing cycles and opening new ones. So let's get right into it. I'm not going to talk anymore. Let's just get to these pick a cards. So as I said, when I was pulling out the charms, this R came out. And so this is for all of us. So we're all in a time of reflection, rejuvenation, rest. Rejuvenation, rest is encouraged. But again, for all of us, we are in a time of reimagination and all of those things. So that's going to be just the reading, just the overall reading for everyone. Now, let's get into these piles. So we have pile number 1. So if you are you going to focus? What are you going to do? If you are drawn to this fertility image, that's pile 1. If you are drawn to this Oshun image, it's pile number 2. This was gifted to me a long time ago. Used to be a necklace. And if you are drawn to this is pile number 3. So again, we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. All right, so you may find that more than one pile resonates to you, and if so, that's fine too. But let's go ahead and get started and get into these readings. All right, so if you picked pile number 1, which is the fertility goddess, this is the pile for you. Can we get this hair together? Can we get this hair together? Okay. So first I wanted to start out with some sort of angelic guidance here for all of us. And so this is Hahaya, I'm hoping. And this says, God, the refuge, governs dreams and reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. Interesting. So this also resonates to the Page of Swords in the traditional tarot. Very interesting. So swords has to do with ideas. It resonates to air signs: Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So you might be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, or have it somewhere prominent in your chart. Of course, you do not have to. Pages have to do with sort of, they're a naive energy. They also can be about learning. So this could be learning about ideas. But this is really interesting about dreams and reveals the mysteries hidden to mortals. So, mortals. Why do I keep saying morals? I don't know. So let's keep going here. So right off the bat, we have that angel with us. So, wow, this is so interesting. So we have flow here. So what's coming? Flow. We have recovery, moving on, finding peace. So there's also something again, and we had that R, remember? And this is about refuge. So what's coming is, again, it's a refuge, it's recovery, it's finding peace. So that is one of the things that is coming into your life, pile one. Wow. Okay. What's leaving? We have the moon. So the moon is all about, so I can't remember the name of this deck. Somebody asked me about it on another video. Yeah, I don't know, just in case. I think this is tarot for beginners. I don't know, I can't remember. But anyway, I like it. I think it's great because it has the elements on the side, and I teach Tarot 101 now, so it's helpful sometimes. Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming for students to have all the words, but I like it. Anyway, so typically the moon is about illusion, it's about confusion, and it's also about secrets. So it's interesting to me how we have this mysteries here and we have the moon card here again that has to do with secrets. Let's pull this blind and maybe you can see things better. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, great. Yeah, so maybe you were in the dark, maybe you were confused about something, or for some of you, it could also be something was hidden from sight and then it was revealed and now you're recovering from that. Which is interesting because eclipses and things like that can also be about revealing things, revealing news. Wow. And so then we have Sekhmet, the Egyptian goddess here, which is all about anger and rage. So we are recovering from anger, rage, secrets here. This is what's leaving. There's something about dreams here and secrets with Neptune. Wow. This is so fascinating. This says dream and transcend. You know, this could also be, yes, a revelation, but it could also be coming to terms with a dream that was had. So it could be the end of a relationship that you thought was a dream, was almost too good to be true. It could be a relationship, it could be a job. And now you're moving on. Now you're moving on. Wow. So what's coming is empathy. And it might be slow, right? Because we have the turtle here, and you might feel like you're just slogging through this anger, this rage, right? This dream. But the second card was finding peace and the first card was refuge. So that is what's coming in. So after the anger, I'm hearing that song by Lauryn Hill. After winter must come spring, and here we are in spring. So after the anger, the rage, the secrets, the illusion, the delusion. Because when I think of Neptune, I think of illusion and delusion. Now those things have been pulled away. And what's beneath it is empathy. And this could be empathy from other people, but this could also be empathy for yourself, which of course is the best kind. So I have some self-care messages here as well. Wow. So we have ground yourself. So we talked about that empathy for the self, and then finding ways to transcend the anger and the rage. So letting the dream go, letting that old dream go, empathizing with yourself, grounding yourself. What else do we have here? Using your hands. So this person happens to be making pottery. So maybe you're a crafter. And it's interesting because you see the fertility symbol up here. And here it is again right here. Different but the same. I actually have this goddess figure. Oh, I brought it home. It's at my other place. But yeah. So making something with your hands. So grounding yourself first and then returning to crafting, knitting, something that makes you feel good, something that makes you feel natural is about what I was going to say is magical. Wow. And then we have Angel Aura Quartz, lighten up. So this is actually a nice crystal to bring a lighter energy into your space. Wow, wow, wow. So I'm actually going to read. Yes, it's okay to lighten up. Life is serious enough. A little levity always adds perspective. Make time for things that make you smile and laugh amidst all of life's responsibilities. Give yourself permission to prioritize fun. You deserve it. Embrace the childlike curiosity and excitement that you have within you. Be silly. Tap into your carefree, lighthearted nature. You know what they say about all work and no play. Stay connected to your innate playfulness so that when it's time for work, you can show up as the best version of yourself. Core question: what does fun look like for you? What makes you smile? When was the last time you laughed so hard you cried? Affirm, I allow myself to have fun. So that's the affirmation for you. I allow myself to have fun. I'm also curious about yay. What I like about this deck is the angel deck is, it's going to tell me how to pronounce it properly. Yeah. Yeah. The person, yeah governs dreams, will protect against adversity, and will reveal mysteries hidden from mortals. So this is a soul guardian for those born from 3:40 a.m. to 4 a.m. It is a moral guardian for people who were born on March 31st, June 11th, August 22nd, November 2nd, or the 13th of January. It is the physical guardian for those born from May 14th to the 18th. So this book breaks it up into your soul guardian, your moral guardian, and your physical guardian. And this is the Angel Tarot. Okay. So that is what I have for you, pile number one. I would suggest getting some of this Angel Aura Quartz if you don't have it already, and perhaps sleeping with it since the dreams came up. And so perhaps there's some pathways for you, pathways to healing, pathways to release, even though the anger and the rage is leaving, because it's what's leaving. But sometimes we hold on to emotions because we don't know what to put in its place, right? So if you are having an issue releasing anger, having issues grounding yourself, then get some of this, again, this Angel Aura Quartz. Sleeping with it. I'm also hearing putting it by the bathtub. I wouldn't suggest putting it in the bathtub because all crystals can't get wet, and this one looks like one of the ones that might shed easily. And yeah, use that in the bath. And you want to see, sense, or imagine the things that are weighing you down going down the drain. Also, for grounding yourself, you could actually do this pose and put this Aura Quartz in your hands. So I suggest that as well. So that's what I have for you, pile number one. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me so much to get around I was about to say the aneurysm. Lord have mercy, the algorithm. I cannot speak. But that's what I have for you. Like, share, and subscribe. Drop down in the comments. Let me know if it resonates, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey, pile number 2. All right. If you picked the Oshun figure, this is the deck for you. So we are starting out with Nana El. And this says, God humiliating the proud. Spiritual communication influences religious, it says men, people, teachers, and people of law. God humiliating the proud. That's interesting. Oh, and it resonates to the 10 of Wands. Okay. So we know when we get to 10s, that is the end of a cycle. So here we are. So, wow, y'all. Rebirth. So far, both piles had the R in it. Isn't that? I had a feeling that was going to happen. So we have the serpent here. Y'all know I love a serpent. Rebirth. Shedding old skin. Wow, and this one has the red eyes, like in my spiritual practice. It says rebirth, nonconformity, new approaches, unconventionality. So right off the bat, let's see what's leaving though. What's leaving? This is very interesting. We have a lot of wands here. So we have the King of Wands. So this is all about leadership, vision, feeling powerful. So are you rebirthing into something powerful? And perhaps what's leaving, we have the Death card in reverse. So this is why I love this deck. You see that at the bottom. Negative cycles, avoiding change, codependency. Well, there it is. What I'm keying into is the negative cycles, because that's what we're talking about here. And this humiliating the proud, that's giving me five of wands vibes. That's giving me, yeah, it's giving me 5 of wands vibes, like gossip, people trying to tear you down. This could also be a cycle of feeling stuck that's ending with this Death card in reverse, because we started off with rebirth with the serpent, and then we have this Death card in reverse, which can be, I'm going to use that word, sludging through again, not moving forward, not stepping into your greatness with this Death card, holding on to the past. So that is what's leaving, and what's coming in is this new vision of leadership, this new boldness. You're really being reborn. And I love this non-conformity too, right? Because we know leaders do not conform. Real leaders do not conform, right? So the goddess here is the goddess Nut, which is all about being in the mystery. What's coming in for me, this makes me feel like what's coming in is connecting more to the celestial realm. So perhaps your leadership is coming from you stepping more into the world of mystery. Maybe you're just learning to commune with your ancestors more. Maybe you're actually getting into astrology. Maybe you're getting more into things like tarot, and that's why you're here, pile number 2. Nut is also very much associated with the sign of Taurus, and here we are in Taurus season. We love that. So So I got fire and Pisces in reverse. And so what I'm feeling also around what's leaving, it could have actually also been a person who was a fire sign, Leo sun moon rising, Aries sun moon rising, Sagittarius sun moon rising, or people who had this very much in their chart, right? I feel like this type of person, this type of energy is leaving. We also have Pisces in reverse, right? So a fiery person and also a watery person or energy. If this is you, what I'm also thinking about with this being in reverse is the lower vibration of fire signs and of Pisces. So with the Pisces, it would be like no boundaries, not really following your boundaries. It could also be a lack of intimacy, a lack of using your own intuition, your own compassion, a lack of confidence if this is you, a lack of optimism, passion, and bravery. So this is what's leaving for a certain segment of the folks who are watching this as well. And these things would have to, leave if you're stepping into this rebirth. You're stepping into this King of Wands energy. Obviously, the King of Wands is going to be passionate, right? And this intimacy, this intuition, and this compassion. So those things aren't necessarily linked to the king, but they are leadership qualities, right? Using your intuition, being compassionate to others. Again, it's almost like a new idea of leadership. You're coming into a new idea of what it means to be a leader in this world. One that is closer to the truth, one that is closer to your true self, is what I'm getting there. And then here's this transcend again. So you are transcending, you are going to a new level, and maybe you don't have a clear idea what this new level is yet, but I feel like you will. So as far as self-care, we have hydrate, we have family here, and sing. So delving into your creativity. I really want to hone in on this truth piece though. Anything that is not in alignment with truth, it is time to release. That is something that needs to go. And then, interesting. Wow. We have epidote. And this says go deeper. Isn't that interesting? Go deeper. And I just said aligning with anything that you're aligned with right now, that is not about truth. That does not affirm truth. That does not affirm your divine mission, needs to be released. It says, you are ready to heal on a deeper level. Peel back the layers around your heart by letting your guard down and opening yourself up to being vulnerable. Didn't we talk about being vulnerable as a leader? We sure did, because we had that Pisces in reverse. Begin to address any emotional wounds so you can repair your heart and renew your spirit. There's that R again, leaving you open to pursuing healthier relationships. You are strong enough to shatter all the barriers that have been holding you back from forming deeper connections with the people in your life. There's that family. It takes bravery to dive deep, but once you do, you can unlock a more meaningful existence. Core question, are you holding yourself back from creating deeper relationships? Do you allow yourself to be vulnerable? What can you do differently to open up to those around you? Affirm, I open my heart to loving connections. Today, take the time to have deeper conversation with someone. There you go, pile number 2. There you go. I'm hearing let truth guide the way. Let truth guide your way. Okay. All right. That is what I have for you. Please let me know if that resonates. And also, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Again, it helps me so much with the algorithm. And plus, I just want to see who's out there. Okay. I'll talk with you next time. Bye. All right, pile number 3. If you pick the E, this is the pile for you. Okay, so we are starting out with EIL, the God, the pleasures of man's children. So I like this deck, but it's really all of the gender. Please ignore the gender specificity if you can. Transformation gives consolation in adversity. All right. What's coming? Transformation. Okay. What's leaving for me? I have endowment, ancestry, memory, legacy, and tradition. Conflict, competition, argument, aggression, tension, and oppressors. So the reason I read these together is because I feel like they go together. This feels like conflict, competition, arguments being, what I'm hearing is like interwoven into the DNA. Interwoven into the ancestry. So of course that could be anybody, because these things are woven into our planet. Okay. Particularly for those of us born in the United States, especially since the United States is going through its Pluto return right now. So lots of people are questioning a lot of things. Okay. This is what's leaving. This over attachment to negative thinking is what I'm hearing. To like demons, which could be just like bad habits. Or I really don't like to use the language of good or bad. I like to use the language more of like things that hold you back versus things that move you forward. So there could be things that you thought were just part of your personality. Like, oh, it's just my personality to think this way or to be that way. And that's leaving. The tension, the aggression, the arguments, things that felt so hard to get through, to plow through, is leaving. Things are being transformed. Wow. And so what's coming is a greater connection to the world, a greater sense of, yeah, I belong. It's kind of like, who am I without my family? Who am I without this job? You're looking at things from a larger perspective, a more connected perspective. And this is going to bring, or may have already brought, a new sense of knowing, a new sense of wisdom, a new connection to your divine light, which is this lamp, your inner light. The astrology of this is Virgo, Libra, and Mercury. And that's interesting because we are in Mercury retrograde. And even though the element that the Hermit is associated with is the earth, Because what I'm feeling like with this card is maybe this isolation piece, I feel like has to do with the forced isolation that we had. Perhaps this forced isolation that we've been in led you to question things, led you to revisit things, and now you're coming out with this stronger connection to the world. Wow. I was thinking there might even be a job change, pile number 3, that is more reflective of who you are becoming. And then I pulled this change card here with Oya. And it's interesting because the lightning's coming out of her fingers and all of the spirals are around her. And this is making me feel like some of the changes and some of the things that you've gone through actually were orchestrated somewhat by your higher self, somewhat by your ancestors to get you to this greater level of understanding, this greater level of connection. Okay, so I guess this is my pile because before I even started, I was connecting with Lilith. And because I have her on different altars at different times, I was like, oh, I wonder if she's even in the deck. And here she is. So this change was necessary. It was orchestrated so that we could tap into our divine power. And there is that serpent again. So you may have also resonated with pile number 2. Because this rebirth is quite a rebirth. I mean, rebirthing into the hermit figure, rebirthing into the world figure. Yeah. Yeah. Pile 3, you're feeling very high energy to me. Very high priestess, especially with Lilith and Oya here and the roots. You could even have magical, mystical abilities in your actual bloodline. You may even be drawn to shamanic practices, and the word shapeshifter is coming to mind for me, particularly with this Lilith and this Oya. There's something about this tree that's making me feel very shapeshiftery because it's almost like she's a part of the tree. You might even want to work with Oya and Lilith. You might want to look that up. Wow. There is really something about these roots and these right. I talked about your magical abilities possibly being in your bloodline, and I forgot that I had roots here with the tree, and roots is always ancestors for me, and this endowment. So you could have been endowed with this power. You could have been endowed with this power because we have here cultural and we have the 4th house here. 4th house is all about the family and your roots and your home. Wow. And comfort. So what's leaving is this conflict and this confusion, and what's coming is this peace. And I really feel like this has to do with stepping into that magical ability. Really accepting that peace and comfort is your birthright. And so is your ability to shapeshift and change things and make things happen. And then we have the 11th house, friends, like-minded groups, humanitarian beliefs. This was in reverse. This makes me feel like setting yourself apart. Goes back to that hermit for me. There may be some people, places, and things that you need to just separate yourself from for just a little while as you're getting these new transmissions, is what I'm hearing, and downloads. We have grounded in reverse, right? And so again, isolating yourself so that you can get grounded in these changes and in your power. Also, just drinking more water. I'm hearing just like being more hydrated. Now, this is interesting. Oh, I get it. So, friends, like-minded groups, humanitarian beliefs. Again, this was in reverse. But then for self-care, we have spend time with friends. And so what I feel like is once you are more grounded in who you are and your own power, then you will be able to attract more like-minded people. And isn't it funny, I talked about the tarot and all those things and the power, and look at what these folks are doing. So it could literally be changing friend groups. Wow. And then we have make a meal. So changing eating habits and things like that. And it's funny because I had heard sugar when I was talking about habits and things like that. So perhaps it's reducing the sugar. Maybe it's just me that needs to reduce my amount of sugar. Although I don't really have that much sugar, but it could be since this is my pile. And our crystal, I'm done. I'm going home. Shungite, detox your life. I'm going home. So less sugar, more water, whatever it means to bring whatever, those things mean to you, right? Zoe Flowers is not a doctor. I'm a tarot reader. So whatever you need to do to bring more quote unquote balance into your life, there you go. It says your mind, body, and spirit need a system reboot. Without necessarily realizing it, we are affected by our environment and all things in it. From the technology constantly at our fingertips to the air we breathe, the foods we eat, the health and beauty products we use. This is definitely my pile because I just switched body products. Today's Sunday, Friday. I just revamped my whole body care routine. And can you see her glow? Can you? Oh, okay. Just checking. Take a closer look at what you choose to surround yourself with and what you put on and in your body. There may be a certain area of your life that needs simplifying. Take what you need from it and release what you don't. A virtual cleanse will help clear out the energetic sludge, and there is sludge. That word sludge has been in my ear since pile number 1, and get you back to feeling yourself. Core question: when do you feel foggy or drained? What are you exposed to during these times? How would you feel if you gave your system a break from these sources? Affirm: I nurture myself by giving my system what it needs and releasing what it does not. Today, while you eat, put down all technology and be mindful and present during your nourishing meal. Pile 3, aka me. That's all I have. I hope this resonates. I feel like this was crystal clear. I feel read for filth. I hope you do as well. If this resonated, please drop down in the comments and let me know. And also, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me so much. And I will see you next time.